My name is David Montag, and this is my proposition closing speech. My opponent brings up the argument that the proposition limits this debate to the United States of America. He says that I don't apply it to other nations, and I don't give any explanation why it should be limited to the United States of America. He said that my argument is narrow and the value is low. Nations need resources, capacity, and strategy. That's what my opponent keeps on saying. Basically, he's saying that he should win because nations don't have enough capacity or strategy or resources to take in these refugees, but my harms outweigh my opponents. For example, if we don't take in these refugees, they will join, not necessarily, but there is chance for them to join ISIS, and the reason is because the US is losing the propaganda war and the ground war, as I've stated. ISIS is recruiting and holding the same territories plus more for years. We are losing this war. The U.S. announced it was turning away. The U.S. announced it was turning away refugees, ISIS would incorporate it into their recruitment campaign. For example, if the West were to reject Muslims, if we do this and close our nation-state borders, Muslims in the West will find Muslims. Not Muslims. Sorry, the people, refugees won't be able to emigrate, and therefore they would either have to join ISIS and or be killed. This is just going to help ISIS's recruitment and kill innocent lives and civilians. So I think that the best plan to be would be to let them into the nation states. And my opponent keeps on making the argument that resources are low and we don't have any strategy. But that's just not a good argument when these people can come here and although they might not be living in luxury townhouses, they still have food and water and a place to go to the bathroom without being fear of being killed. I think anything in one of these countries, the host countries, would be better than the fear of being killed and or joining ISIS. My opponent also claims that a lot of people die from being smuggled across the borders, but that just helps my argument of why we should let them in and how we could help with the transportation.